particularly coming out of the pandemic, I used to get really anxious before I played, and I still do get nervous. The first thing I have to think, or the first thing I think, I don't have to, but the first thing I think is change that anxiety. So I'm not nervous anymore, I'm excited. I'm excited to play, and it just kind of changes the energy a little bit. It doesn't make you feel like you can't do, it makes you feel like you want to do your best. And always for me, I focus on somebody, because when you're playing big parties anyway, like, you can't even kind of quantify, like, when you're looking at a room like Drum Sheds with 12,000 people in it, it's like you don't even know where to look. And sometimes you can't even see beyond 2, 3, 4 rows in front of you. So it's always good for me to focus on that one person at the front that's smiling and absolutely like flipping out on the set. Like, I will focus on that person, and I'll start by playing to them, and then I'll watch it ripple out, and then I'll start moving it and looking at different people in different corners of the room, and then I'll get braver and I'll be like, right, that person's not moved, then for 10, right, I want to get that person to move, and I'll just focus on it, and then you're kind of involving everybody in the room, and my nervousness kind of reduces. Yeah, but I don't like having people behind me when I play, so that whole sort of boiler room thing that's got really popular, I don't actually like that. I don't enjoy having people like jumping about, being idiots behind me. I find it really distracting. And, you know, even though I have done Boiler Room, that freaked me out, like really, really freaked me out, because I don't like having people behind me at all. But so you've just got to be like very zen about it, and then just go into it and play your heart out. That's how I get over it anyway. It's playing music, it's not brain surgery. Yeah, I mean, I always like, with longer sets, I like to start slow and build up. But in saying that, there will be moments, I mean, say like you're playing 5 hours or 6 hours. I've got one coming up at Joshua Brooks, actually, where I think I'm playing 6 hours. You can't play like smooth 90 BPM to 140 all night. There'll be a moment in that kind of progression where you'll just want to be like, oh, let's just play like a really lively disco track and then bring it down again, and then come into house and then bring it down again. Because I like peaks and troughs. I like people to really kind of think about what they're hearing and not just be like, have music washing over them like waves. I like to kind of jolt people, like cattle prod people every now and again with surprises. But planning beginning, middles and ends for me, really, because if you plan too much, if it's not working, you're stuck. Like, if you completely plan a set and then you go into a room and then your first 3 records don't land, you are going to struggle to nail that first hour, let alone 5. So you've got to keep, you know, you've got to stay flexible with your selection, but know kind of which marks you want to hit around which time. Don't try and be like somebody else to fit into that party that you want to play. I think that's fatal, and you will fuck yourself really quickly by doing that, by just trying to be that type of music. I, as a habit, don't listen to other people's sets on SoundCloud or that, because you just start playing their music and their sets. And I follow a lot of producers and stuff, but I have a bank of producers, and so because I don't make my own music, but I have a bank of producers and DJs that whose music I buy that makes up my set, and I kind of focus on what my sound is rather than what their sound is. Just, yeah. Yeah, just try and make you. I think the best thing that you can do is to be you and to make that set really solid. Really, really solid, so that people will know when they walk into a room, and I know that I get this with me, that people know when I'm playing. Even though I haven't got a load of productions by DJ Paulette, they know when they hear a set that it's my set. Develop your own sound. That's the key, really. It's like, otherwise you just sound like everybody else, and then